The Flash 772, Jeremy Adams with Will Conrad on the art. So, still just me reading this, Matt? Did you
Yep. No, I have. It has been so hard to read through my comics the last couple weeks. I'm barely being able to keep afloat right
Well,
now.
here's a bullet point for the annual, which was the end of the arc, Matt, last week.
Yeah.
Is that they retconned the shit out of Heroes in Crisis.
Of course they did.
We never have to hear about the trauma of what he did ever again because it wasn't his fault. So
thank you,
good.
writer that Pete will mention.
Jeremy Adams, yes, that's the one.
Jeremy Adams, good job, dude.
So now we're starting a new arc, and it's like, okay, Wally West is the Flash. He's got his Flash outfit on, and he's married with Linda. He's got the kids. This is what we are. We start the issue with like the home life, with Wally basically saying, "Shit, I need to get a job," and Linda's like, "Hey, can't you ask maybe some of those billionaires that also do superhero stuff,
Ollie,
to maybe give you a loan or something?" Is it nah? I don't want a handout, sort of thing. But yeah, it's all just family stuff. It's the West family household. The kids are chasing each other, and he's like, "No, I'm going to go and get a job, and I'm going to do it old school. I'm not going to apply it online. I'm going to go and knock on doors and see what's available." Although we do cut to Heatwave. Rory's at the hospital, and he's basically being told that his cancer is terminal. He has cancer.
Oh no.
And the doctor says, like, there's not really much I think we can do at this point, but with your time left, find something that gives you peace, something that you love. And as we hear this conversation, we see him like opening the car, and like his like heat wave outfit's there. It's like, oh dear. He's about to go on the biggest heat wave of his life because he's got nothing left to live for. So yeah, Wally's running around. He's pissed that his old garage is now a coffee shop. He's like, how many coffee shops does one city need? Like he's
there's never enough.
Yes. I almost feel like that's actually kind of a meta joke, and the last time he was the Flash in a regular ongoing book was like long enough ago that maybe there could be a bit of a commentary there of like how much more coffee shops have dominated. So Wally gets a montage of various job interviews, and it's just kind of pointing out all the fun things that don't really make sense about him. Like, there's kind of a gap in his resume, for example, because he was kind of gone. And he doesn't have any experience with computers and things like that. But he goes to the mechanics, and he actually somehow gets a job. Deals with a really horrible old woman who's mad that he's taking so long to fix the car. He's saying, hey, it takes time, you want the car to be tip-top, and she gets really mad, and she yells at him that she's going to give him a bad review on her blog, and he's like...
Oh, that lady.
I know.
How dare she?
She's exactly what you
Bloody
think
influences.
But then Mr. Terrific, not in costume, shows up in his fancy car and tells Wally that he actually owns... I don't know.
I'll accept.
I think they've intentionally not made it obvious, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe it's someone like you.
There's a little squiggle where the logo should be. Anyway, so he basically says, I own this place. So he's like, oh, that's great. Thanks for the job. He's like, well, no, I'm going to fire you. He's like, wait, what? He's like, look, there's better things you could be doing with your expertise. Like, this is not a valuable use of your time. There is an interlude of a spear flying through space with, like,
Spear of Destiny?
Maybe it's a Spear of Destiny. It doesn't really say much of it. It just says a blade continues to course through the multiverse. Well, multiverse specifically, but I guess that's a key point beyond just flying through space. But that's it says the fate of many worlds rests on whoever is unworldly enough to wield it. Unworldly enough is an interesting play on that phrase, I add, which maybe suggests a villain's going to end up picking up. But so basically, Mr. Terrific wants to give Wally a job at one of his fancy lab places, saying that he's an engineer and he's good with tech and mechanical stuff, and he should be there. And because he's working for Mr. Terrific, he doesn't have to worry about rushing off when there's a crime or something. Like, it's understood that he's the Flash. He can go do that. Not that his co-workers know that, but he also offers an obscene amount of money. and then there's reports of a fire, so Wally rushes off. And they are here, I have to say, at times. I think Wally in the costume in particular looks quite good. Because it's getting rid of all those extra yellow lines that's on Barry's outfit that he's had since New 52. This looks like a clean, classic Flash outfit. The reds really pop. The shadows really add a lot of depth to it. I thought the art in the book's generally pretty good anyway, but I thought it especially looked good when he was in that costume. It just works really well. Then sure enough, he gets to it's a hospital that's on fire. Possibly the hospital that one Mr. Heatwave was previously visiting. And there's fire trucks and all the rest of it, and Wally goes in, saves people, brings them out. But he's like, someone else is still in there. So he goes in, classic superhero shit, and then the cliffhanger is Heatwave knocks him down. And he's like, hey, it's time for a chat with your old pal Heatwave. I wish we had time to chat, sorry. But your pal Heatwave has things to do. So it's typical cliffhanger. It very much feels almost like the first issue of a run. It's almost like the first arc was very much about cleaning up the continuity and current state of Wally West. And here's where the book's supposed to really kind of start. And it's not doing anything super impressive or magical. It's just giving you a likable Wally West who feels down in his luck. He's got, because Wally always had a bit of that Peter Parker thing going for him.
Yeah.
It's got that with the wife and the kids. It's using a classic villain. And it's teasing a few things. It gives them this new status quo, and yeah, honestly, if you just want a nice Wally West book that feels like a Wally West Flash book, there's really not a lot to like super complain about. Okay. It's not reinventing the wheel. I'm not coming out of this like I am Nightwing from Taylor, going, oh my god, it's like doing all these wonderful little touches that are super impactful and making me like, but like. I was looking kind of forward to see what this issue was going to be because that arc ended and because it did some nice things with Heroes in Crisis where, Roy got a proper goodbye and kind of accepted that his death was coming and, all those things that added to it. And this was just like, no, we're doing a Wally West solo Flash book. He is the Flash. He's going to deal with criminals in the city whilst trying to keep his personal life afloat. And yeah, Mr. Terrific seems like he's going to be a supporting character, which is kind of cool. And yeah, it is the solidest of solid 7 out of 10s that I can really ask for. Not great enough where I'm like, hey, everyone has to stop what they're doing and read this. It's the thing you need to read.
We weren't going to.
I think Matt should be tempted at some point.
Matt has enough.
I might if I have time to catch up.
Yeah, but he's only dropped Justice League though soon enough, so he'll be wanting to read the Flash.
Maybe.
Solid fun time. Like I say, it's because there's a lot of great stuff that's out from DC right now, and this is not in the great category, but this is in the very solid. If you want a Wally West Flash book, it's a nice, fulfilling portion of that.